Hey, this is Kurt over at Wrigley Video Productions, and I'm going to do a demo of the Pr CS5 Mercury playback engine with the CUDA hardware acceleration. I know there's been a lot of these demos already done, but this one's a little different in that I'm not running a monster machine. I'm running a rather average or even mediocre machine, which I'll demonstrate by showing you my system settings. You can see the processor that I have. I've only got 8 gig of RAM, and I'm running Windows 7. I've got 2 internal SATA drives. Nothing special about them. So, in its day, this thing was a beast, but beasts quickly become dogs in today's technology world. So I think this you consider an average or even below average system for working with HD, especially working with avchd, which is what I'm going to demonstrate here. Now I do have the NVIDIA GTX 285 in as my graphics card, so that's going to take care of the hardware acceleration. It's one of the compatible cards. I don't work with avchd myself, so I use the magic of the internet to find some clips that are downloadable, and I found 7 or 8 clips. And you can see in the info panel here that these are anamorphic avchd clips for the most part. They have different audio rates. This one's 5.1 stereo. They probably have different data rates as well. They are from different cameras. I know that from when I downloaded them. This one is full HD, and I have a title here that we're going to play with, and I also have a HDV clip that hopefully we'll use in the demo also. So let's get started. I'm going to take a clip, and one nice thing about CS5 is if you're not sure how to set up your sequence, you can just take a new clip, drag it onto the new item icon, and drop it. And similar to After Effects, it will create a timeline for you. So I'm going to get rid of sequence 1, and now we have a sequence that's set up for the attributes of our clip. And let me go ahead and drop the rest of these avchd clips on the timeline. Just select them all and drag them down there. I'm not going to be concerned with the audio for this demonstration. I've got a tiny little window here, and the reason I'm using a small screen is when you're running the screen scraper application to record these demos, it uses a lot of processor power itself, and I found that if you make the window very big, it can't capture more than 20 frames a second. So I'm making it small as possible, hoping that I'll get 30 frames per second out of this thing, so that you can actually see that this is running smooth. So enough of that chatter. Press play, Kurt. That clip has no motion in it, so it's kind of hard to see, but that one's moving a little bit. The next one is a better example. It's moving water. And this is playing back. I hope the YouTube compression and the screen scraper is capturing the full frame rate, because it is playing back very smooth. I will press the tilde key here, go full screen for you, so you can see how smooth this is playing back. Looks good. And I can click around the timeline. It's very responsive. There's not a delay. And I did notice in CS4 there was a bit of a delay when you click around like that, and sometimes a lot of stuttering. But this is playing back very smoothly. And let me show you that I am not cheating. If I look at the playback resolution, it is set to full. So I'm not cheating and playing back partial resolution. And it just looks great. So this is, even though the GPU acceleration is there, that is not taking part in this playback. This is all CPU. The GPU acceleration comes in when we add effects. So let's do that. Very common thing to do is to put a transition. So we're just going to apply the default transition to everybody. I didn't bother making tails on these clips. I hope you'll forgive me. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and throw a title on there, and we'll just stretch it across the whole way. Let me put it up a track. And play that. Again, I'll go full screen so we can see the transition happen. Transition should be coming up here. Come on, dissolve. There we go. That looked pretty good to me. All right. So let's stress this out by adding an effect. I'll take one of these clips. Ocean would be good. Stack it up here. And let's scale it. Make it a picture-in-picture. And let's go ahead and position it off screen. This is hard working on such a tiny window. And put another keyframe, just have it move across the screen. Alright, let's see. And we still don't have a red render line. And this is still playing back very smooth. Oops, I enlarged the wrong window there. Let's go back. The panel that is highlighted is what will enlarge when you press the tilde key. Still playing back very smoothly. Alright, let's go in the effects panel, and there's a new, it's called badges. If you click on this one, it will only show you effects that are accelerated, which is a lot. In fact, it's most of the effects that I use on a regular basis. So another thing that's commonly done is color correction. So I'm going to throw some color correction on this picture-in-picture. Let's do an obvious one so you can see it real well. We'll make him magenta. Really increase that saturation so it's obvious. And let's play that back. And it is still utterly smooth. So this makes me happy. I'm not a guy that stacks up 20 or 30 layers. This is typically what I do, a couple layers with a title and some color correction and a few transitions. And this is playing back full resolution, smooth, and that's exactly what I want. So let me throw this HDV clip in here. Show you what I did with it. This is a really poorly lit, blow that up, poorly lit green screen application. In fact, this was just a wall this guy was sitting in front of, so there's bad shadows here. A really bad green screen application. But the new Ultra plugin is really really nice. So let's throw that on and give him a workout. So the Ultra key, just grab the eyedropper. I will drop you know, if you hit the control while you click on the eyedropper, it makes the eyedropper fatter. It samples more pixels. And that's pretty good as it is. You can check the alpha and you can see where there's shadow. We got a little bit of problem. So there's some presets here. I'm going to change it from default to aggressive key. And I got rid of those. Change it back to composite. And let's play that back now. Play full screen. Hold on. Alright. Aside from the bad green screen shot where the tripod's bouncing up and down and it was poorly lit, that key is pretty darn good, and the awesome thing is it's playing back smooth as silk in real time. So that's avchd on a rather mediocre system. Thanks for watching.